All right. Well, good evening, everybody. Thank you for coming to our 2023 annual State of the Guild report. According to our bylaws, the president should give a State of the Guild message in the final month of our fiscal year. And I'll do this as past president. Because we've all shared the duties as board members this year without a president. And I'm saying that this is my last official duty as past president. I will be stepping off the board May 31st and let the new board members run SOG. I was told, give somebody else a chance. So that's what we're doing. Anyway, State of the Guild. Bottom line, we really are in good shape. We've stayed the course. Thanks to our generous donations, our good workshop registrations, our grant money, our sufficient show entries, and membership renewals, we've been able to stay pretty steady. And I had some worries throughout the year, worried about workshops, whether we would have enough, but I'll talk about that in a minute. What I wanted to do is a summary of the year. You know, we look back and we forget what we've done. And I had to go back and look at minutes and things like that to come up with the information. First of all, we held 10 amazing exhibitions, and I have to thank Tracy Lynn, Joy, and all the show chairs that made that happen. You know, we're pretty amazing. Not everybody gets to do that because they have to find another location to have their shows. They don't have the privilege of a gallery, and we're so fortunate. We updated our bylaws this year in January that allowed members who might have let their membership lapse to retain their membership status. We didn't think that they should be penalized because they worked hard to earn that. And then we standardized the word status versus level. It was all different in the bylaws, so we put it all together. We held our first meet and greet in March in response to comments that were very few ways for folks to get acquainted. And I want to thank Sandy and her committee for organizing that. It was so well received. We got such good feedback on it. We've budgeted for the future next year also. We received $9,400 in grant money. Now Cindy launched this for us, and Sue Mann and Linda Allen followed up, and so the money's in the bank and we can use that to help pay the rent. It's one of the operational expenses that we can use grant money for. We've also applied for next year, so that's really good. We sold $14,548 worth of artwork through Masterpiece, and some were even sold through the website and shipped out of state. We couldn't have done that in the past. That's pretty cool, I think. I think one of the things that surprised us is how successful Framers Corner has become. It's surpassed our expectations. I have to thank Mike Dutton and his team for the dedication to make this happen. Framers Corner is one of those nice membership perks. It is not open to the public. Oh, the thing that took a lot of energy and stress was looking at the new location, the possible new location. We spent a lot of energy and a lot of time trying to see if we could make that happen. And unfortunately, when we analyzed the costs and stuff, we just realized there's no way we could afford that without putting SOG in debt. And that wasn't going to happen on my watch. I just didn't think we could do that. We have some new ideas, and I'll tell you about that in a minute. As a result of all this, though, I went to Larson and Baker and we secured a new, a 6-month extension of our current lease that was going to expire on July 31st. And we got a 6 months extension to January 31st, and they kept the rent the same. So we got a nice little perk out of that. And Elena Elliott at Larson Baker is working with us for some new ideas. We held 4 great premier workshops, and we covered all our expenses despite all our worries. But that's the result of members and non-members signing up for the workshops. We were able to fill most of them. And workshop income is a real big part of our revenue stream. So it's real important to fill those. And unfortunately, this year we voted to increase the fees for a workshop because the cost of hotels, the cost of flights, and the artist fees have all gone up. Year before last, I think we garnered about $10,000 as a result of workshop fees. We didn't quite make that this year, but we need to plan for next year because we saw, I mean, there were examples where the hotel, we thought it was going to be $790 and it was over $1,100. And so we need to prepare for the future. This is the first time we've done this in 12 years. Like everything else, the price of things have gone up. We were voted Best Art Gallery in Tucson for 2022, and a big thank you to Cindy. Thank you so much for getting us involved in that and plugging away at it and representing us at the reception. We held a bare bones annual retreat in May, which is usually in July or August or September. We did that so that the new board and the previous board, or your current board, could work together and plan the future, and then also make the budget reflect those ideas instead of just status quo. And so that worked out really well. When I say bare bones, we just had it in the gallery. There were no frills. It was bring your own lunch kind of thing. So we didn't spend any SOG money to do this. We awarded $5,000 to 3 students at the May scholarship reception at the gallery. Perry Ann and her committee did a superb job and made this a very successful event. I think those students were all very well qualified and very happy to receive our SOG money. You elected a new SOG board. Although we still don't have an official president, we will continue as we have this past year with acting presidents. But member at large, Carla Massey, is willing to be president starting in October when she's been a member for a year. By law, say you got to be a member for a year. So we'll hold a special election to vote her in October. She has lots of experience as a president of the Military Officers' Wives Class for years and the Junior League. She's got a lot of energy and she's going to bring a lot to the table. Tracy Lynn will continue as VP of Shows. Karen Brungart will continue as VP of Programs. Perry Ann will continue as Secretary. Ray Goodrow will be our new treasurer. Sue Mann, Sandy Walker, and Carla Massey will be our members at large, and they filled in the empty slots early for us this year. So they've already gotten their toes in the water. Other key personnel changes and recognition are Pete McCrae will be our new bookkeeper. So he and Ray are going to work very closely together. We did that one time before, split the job. And to assist shows, Joy Decker will continue as the assistant VP of Shows. And Sandy Walker will continue as image archivist. Thank you all for that. Connie Price Johnson is continuing as our membership administrator and as a member of our AV committee. Beverly Taylor will be the new workshop registrar. I've been training her to take my position. I took back the registrar job when Shelley moved to Mexico, and she's ready to start filling those spreadsheets in on July 15th at noon when registration begins. So make sure you check out the website to see who's coming and be ready. Sherry Matlack and her workshop committee continue to plan the upcoming workshop seasons. They do all the future work. They're already working on a season for 2025 to 26. Sue Emer is our dedicated masterpiece administrator and webmaster. We couldn't run SOG without all her behind the scenes work. I call her the wizard behind the curtain. She could use a little help though. So if you have website experience, please let me know. Who do you think puts up all the show and workshop stuff on the award winners to keep the website up to date? That's Sue. After many years of our beautiful sketchbook issues, we had our final issue with up-to-date information and photos being provided regularly on the website and the monthly member-to-member. The sketchbook became outdated and a little redundant, and it was a lot of work. So I want to thank Sandy Walker for her 15 years of publishing the sketchbook for SOG. Thanks, Sandy. Our member-to-member monthly email is done by Pat Jordan with the current news and all our reminders. If you have something, share it with Pat, and the articles need to be in by the 10th of the month. So what's in the future? The board is out of our annual retreat. The board is evaluating options on how best to make room for larger classes. We could possibly renovate the gallery and make the back two rooms a large classroom, or we could look for better locations. But for either of those things, we need to raise funds to make those happen. With the lease extension, until January 31st, that at least gives the board time to plan. Well, as you know, we always have need for volunteers. If you have special skills such as graphic design, website experience, spreadsheet skills, accounting skills, marketing skills, teaching skills, or even AV experience, we still need you. All these folks have been doing this for a while and they need to be able to find somebody to help them out. But our constant need is for show chairs and docents. If you're here for the summer and you have some free time, even if you're not in the show, please volunteer some time at the gallery for us. We have empty days right now, even for the experimental show, that haven't been filled. I have some other notes before I close. I want you to take a look at the current show. If you didn't get to go to the reception where our judge gave awards, she wrote descriptions of why she chose the paintings she did. So if you go to the current show, you can scroll down and see what the judge said. And it's really nice to read those descriptions. And Carla and I are going to be chairing the encores and debuts. And the deadline is June 14th. That's a Wednesday, a little bit different time frame. This is going to run for 6 weeks through the summer. And then the second summer show will be our Great Escapes. So, but think about helping us. I want to thank all of you who have given so much to SOG. It's been a pleasure working with you. And I know the reason you do that is you care about SOG as much as I do. And if you've entered a show, you know what all the folks it takes to make a show happen. That assembly line, when you check in, it's just amazing. And then you've got the runners and the hangers, and I don't think people appreciate how smoothly run that is. And there are so many people that make SOG run smoothly. There are other volunteers, such as we have a clean gallery, we have paper towels, we have printer ink, we have a gallery calendar manager, we have a historian, we have the AV team who make the general meetings so that we can see and hear. We have a corresponding secretary who sends sympathy cards or get well cards to our members. And we have a DVD rental coordinator that hauls that stuff back and forth to a meeting all the time. We need to give all these folks a big thank you for their time and dedication. And it really does take a village to run SOG. I told you what we did this year. I gave you a glimpse of what's coming in the future. And you can rest assured that we're in good financial shape to start this new season. And I'll still be around to help, even though I won't be on the board. I won't desert the team when they need me. I'm gonna, if you want to unmute, I'm gonna open this for questions. And I'll try my best to answer. And I've got some key personnel. If I don't know the answer, they probably will. Do we have any questions? Well, what a quiet crowd. Well, if there aren't any questions, if you have a question, raise your hand because you might not be unmuted yet. Did you raise your hand, Glory?
Oh, here comes the kitty.
Oh, you hear her, yeah.
I see her.
Here she comes.
You.
Yeah, come here. Come here, say hi. Yeah. This is my baby Callie. She's a calico, no kidding, you know. Anyway, thanks for joining us, baby.
Hi, this is Virginia. I have a question.
Sure.
Thanks, Kay, for all you're doing and for all the good information. With regards to the, I think you said 14,000 in sales approximately. How does that compare to the last few previous years? And is that something that the board sets a target or goal for in their sort of planning process?
There's no goal for that. There is a budget, and we have we try to meet it, but I wouldn't call it a goal. I don't know the answer to the previous years. I'm sorry.
Don't apologize. It's cute.
Does anybody else have any comment on that? Sue, would you know the answer? Linda? We just have it as a budget line item for pretty much sort of status quo.
Okay. Thank you.
Fran?
Yeah, when do they announce the visiting teachers for next?
They're already on the website.
Oh, I'll look then.
For the season, because July and Sandy's holding up the new workshop brochure that just got published this week. And
Your cat's making
I know, she's taking center stage. Thank you, Sandy. It turned out very nice. So they're already scheduled, and even the following year are scheduled. and in the gallery, we have a little,
Flyer.
flyer on the center table that shows who's coming next year. But
And the
we
next
got,
next 2
Dylan
years.
Pierce, David Smith. Who are the other two people? Sandy?
Julie Pollard, Julie Gilbert Pollard, and Lynn Ferris.
Lynn Ferris. So yeah,
Okay.
and I suspect the David Smith one is going to be very popular. We already
And
have
he-
hosts for that. I've got a
Yeah,
host.
he's not coming till
Yes.
March.
What? He's not coming
He-
till March, right? Yeah.
Till March.
Oh.
We have DVDs on some of these people too.
Oh, okay. So when we have our meeting in September and Maureen brings the DVDs, yeah, that'd be good. Give sneak.
Mhm.
Yeah. Anybody else? Well, I thank you for attending all.
I have a question.
Oh, hi, Marty.
Hi, I would just wanted to say Western Fed was wonderful.
Oh,
And
good.
the exciting news is next year it is in Phoenix. And so it will make it much easier for people to get up there. And boy, do they have wonderful plans. Man, they're really going after it. So it should be very exciting and hopefully we'll have a lot of people enter.
Good.
Good.
Are you going to stay on as our Western Fed rep?
Yes, I am.
Oh, bravo.
Good.
Yay. Fran?
Yeah, I just want to make a comment about the store that you were looking at over on what, Thornydale?
No,
Mm-mm.
no. That was over by
Tanker
Desert Artisans.
By the
Tanker-
sewing,
Tankerverde.
okay, by the sewing room.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
You know, I went into the gift shop there and it was very dark. You'd have to have good lighting. It's kind of a tricky place. I found it tricky to drive there because there's one place where you got to make this weird turn. But I'm kind of glad. I mean, maybe you're going to use that place, but right now I'm glad you're not using it.
We can't afford it.
I think you
It's
need more
double the
light.
size of what we have and we just couldn't afford it. And the renovation requirements were just over the top. I mean,
Is there any chance of renting one of the adjoining stores to the gallery and expanding
Oh.
horizontally?
I don't know the answer to that. Probably not because
Or having
and I'm not sure that's
classrooms-
what we're willing to do. But I guess we'll explore all the ideas.
Classrooms could be in another building too,
Yeah.
Fran,
huh?
coming from a financial point of view, that would double our rent, that would
Oh,
double our electricity, double our phone. And we just can't do that to SOG.
Okay, how about a tent?
Tent show, yeah. Joyce, you had your hand up.
Yeah, not only that, it's not centrally located.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Who is the point person or the person to contact about any meetings that happen in the summer and then how the schedule for the fall meetings? I'm interested because I'd like to do a Western Fed presentation, but I'm not sure who that person is that I should contact.
Well, I would
Karen.
contact the board of directors because we'll have our first general meeting in September. The second one is in October, which will have more people. I would recommend that the board put you on the agenda in October.
Wouldn't that be Brungard?
It'd be Karen
Karen
Brungard.
Brungard for programs, yeah,
Oh, okay.
I think she's already got you scheduled.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we want to hear about that and that's important, but you want as many people there as possible. to
Right.
do that. Yeah. Okay. Anything else? All right, well, thank you for your time. It's been a pleasure serving you. I have to admit, I'm looking forward to sort of sitting back a little bit, but I'll be here for you guys if you need me. And I've gotten a lot of experience in 3 years, let me tell you. Okay,
I wish you will.
thank you. All right, well, you guys take care and I'll see you
Thank
at the September meeting probably. Okay, thanks a lot. Bye for now.
No, we'll see you at the Encore City.
Yes, at the show, yes, you bet. All right, bye now.
Enter.
Thank you.